Hi everyone, this is the second part of the bubble tea tutorial series, and today we'll be working on creating geometry node system for our animated tapioca balls. So without further ado, let's start the tutorial. So now we've selected bubble tea, we can jump to geometry nodes editor and create the new geometry node setup, and let's name it bubble tea. Okay, so first I would like to distribute some points inside of our volume. So let's create mesh to volume node. As you can see, this is completely not our shape of our bubble tea. So we can increase the voxel amount and much reduce the exterior bandwidth. Something really small, like maybe 0.0075. And we can also increase our density to better see our results. And this is pretty close to our shape, so let's stick with it for now. And let's use distribute points in volume. We can increase our density, and we can also change the point radius to better see what we are doing. So let's use the set point radius node, set it to something small. Okay, now we can better control our density. Okay, so let's create our UV spheres now. And let's use instances on points node. This is a little too big, so we can change either a scale or the radius of our UV sphere. We can change the scale here for better control. Okay. For previewing the results, we can use the join geometry node, duplicate by pressing Shift D the group input node, and let's join it. As you can see, they are out of our bubble tea, so we can add scale elements node before our mesh to volume and change the scale a lot. Okay, by pressing Shift and Alt, we can preview our mesh. We can increase the density factor. And now we can once again increase the scale. Maybe 0.6 would be good. Still a little stick out, so maybe 0.58. Okay, that will be good, I think. And now we can reduce the density. Something small, maybe. And now we can play it with the seed value too, to create the satisfying result. Okay, maybe I'll use this for one. Okay, maybe I use this for now. Okay, let's add a little bit of randomization here, and let's add a scale instances node. Let's use the random node to randomize the size between maybe 1 and 0.8. Plug it to scale. As you can see, we have different randomization for scale. Good. Now I would like to add a little animation to make it floating. So let's add set position node. And now we create the simple value offset to animate it. So let's start by creating combine XYZ node. And not this one, the second, XYZ. And plug it to offset. As you can see, now we have control over separate axes. And to animate this easily, we can use the scene time node. This will give our frame or our second value of the scene. We can use maybe seconds. Let's multiply it to have better control over speed. And let's plug it into sine function. Thanks to that, we can create looping animations because the sine function looks like that. So when the times go on, we hit the maximum value, then we can go to minimum value, and then we can go to the same maximum value as here. This is the same. So when we cut animation like that, we can create animation perfect loop, which is pretty good because we can render like 100 frames maybe, and we can have endless animation, which I use at the effect at the beginning of the video tutorial. So let's plug it into Z-axis and let's play the animation. Maybe I can separate the window here and change the to timeline. Let's play it. It's a little bit too far, as you can see. So let's another multiply node. And let's set it to something small, maybe 0.1. Let's check our animation now. It's a little too slow for me, so let's maybe set up to 1 this. 12 too much, maybe 2. Okay, this control our speed and this control our height. Okay, so make it a little bit smaller, maybe 0. Okay, I will leave like that for now because the second thing I would like to add is some sort of randomization. I wouldn't like that every my tapioca ball floating in the perfect sync. And to do this, we can use another multiply node, but this time not by a number, but by a noise texture. Let's plug it into multiply and play it. For a better result, we can use the map range node. And set up it for -0.5 to 0.5. Then we have better equal results because now the bubbles will go equally in the down and up direction, because the noise is only, the output for the noise is only from 0 to 1, and now we have the minus and plus values. Okay, let's play it. And as you can see, some bubbles go up and some go down, which is exactly what we wanted. This already looked pretty good. Maybe we can increase the strength a little bit. And maybe let's change the playback option to not play every frame, but frame dropping. And now we have the real speed of our animation. Okay, this looks pretty good for me. We can check if our mesh is not leaking out of our liquid, but it's already look pretty good. So I will leave it like that. Okay, so this will be it for today's tutorial. In the next one we'll be working on shading and lighting, and thanks for watching and see you in the next part.